All right, it is Throwback Thursday and movie review time. And I'm going to go all the way back to 1985 to the horror movie House. Now, House is about a man, Roger Cobb, who was a Vietnam veteran, and he had written a book, and it was well received. And he finds out that his aunt has unalived herself, and the house that, she lived in, he actually grew up in, of course, is for sale, and he decides to go back so he can try and write his next book. And while he's there, of course, very, very strange things start to happen. And so I think it's a pretty effective movie. Now, is it super scary? No. On no level is it super scary. Is it, like some horror movies, is it really graphic and gory? No, it's not real graphic and gory. It is, again, from the mid-'80s. So the special effects for that time they're not great, but they're not bad. In a sense, it reminded me some of the 1982 Poltergeist, in terms that it took place basically within the house, and that's, most of what Poltergeist took place inside of a house. And it stars, of course, some very recognizable names from the 80s. If you grew up in the 80s or you like 80s TV, you might know William Katt. He was in The Greatest American Hero, and he's been in other TV series and things. And George Wendt played his next-door neighbor. George was in Cheers. And then Richard Mole was in it. He played a soldier that was in his platoon when he was in Vietnam. And, of course, Richard Mole was in Night Court. So it has some very recognizable names in it. And to me, the thing that really, really made this as decent as it was William Katt and his performance. I really thought he's in the majority of the movie. I really thought he did a really good job, and he made what could have been a really bad movie a decent movie. It's not a great movie, but I think it's kind of a fun movie. If you like kind of fun horror movies, that aren't overly gory or macabre or anything like that. And again, it's not super scary. Several things I saw, it's even down there. It says it's rated R. I kind of missed why it was rated R. I think today it would probably be PG-13, but, that's just my opinion on it. I don't think, if you got a 12-year-old, they could probably handle it without much of a problem. I don't think it's it's definitely not as bad as some horror movies are. But anyway, if you've never seen it, give it a try. I think you'll probably like it. In fact, I'm actually giving it 3 out of 5 stars.